Cafe and Ray.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Busy day today. Today was the day of our Christmas luncheon. And
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I got to meet people in this interesting world post-Zoom. After the COVID and having to stay home in our room to keep from getting the virus, people working with less papyrus and more computers and Zooming and Zoom calls.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I had not met in person a couple of the folks that work for us. So
Mike's
it's only been Zoom.
Daily
And then I met them in person.
Podcast.
This is probably a common thing.
Yeah!
And it's always like, oh, you're much taller than I thought. Or, oh, your hair is much less than I thought. Actually, that's probably what they look at me and they go, oh, huh. Wow, Mike, you really are bald. Yes, it's not some weird thing in the Zoom call where my head is unnaturally shiny for no apparent reason. Yes, it's called baldity. But you know, as COVID shook most of the world, there was this one lady that it shook her Floridian area, her Floridian community. Her name was Shelly Tygalski. She founded pandemicoflove.com, connecting those in need with people who could provide help. You may have even heard about this. It's been in several media places. It has matched over 2 million people in 16 countries and provided more than $60 million in food, services, and money for those in need. She says, when we take responsibility for our community's care, we embrace the notion that the best version of the world always starts with the best version of us. In fact, there was some other social media, I don't think, it might have been like a Facebook page somebody started saying, hey, let's communicate in our community.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Because it's all about communication. It's stuff with if somebody needs something. Like, what was the story I heard? Somebody that needed, there was it was a really sad story. A young man who was, it was an older person in hospice. And they wanted something that was pretty particular. And through the community bulletin board, they were able to get it. So, some of the good things that come from Facebook, but I didn't say that. I'm not going to get up there and testify and defend Mr. Zuckerberg. We're inside of the cafe anyway, somewhere in Podcaster Valley. That's the late great Basil the Boxer singing for you. He has one more thing to say. This is the summer to buy gifts. Oh, the podcast picture today was from earlier this evening. Another cool Christmas picture. See it at mikesdailypodcast.com. This is the summer to buy gifts, and consumer electronics are likely atop everyone's wish list. Let's face it, they'd much prefer the 3 Gs, gadgets, gear, and games over cardigans with little reindeer on them. Today at the Christmas party, somebody was wearing a Christmas sweater, and it had all this like Christmas motif going on, but then also Darth Vader. In the middle of it all, Darth Vader, TIE fighters, and Christmas. I'm like, what is the Christmas carol that goes with that? Dun, 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 all the way. Dun, dun, flying through, blowing up planets. Better not shout, you better not cry. Well, why not treat yourself to something, too, especially given the challenge of the things that are challenging us. Here are some suggestions. A pair of wireless earbuds not only is ideal for music lovers, but they can also be used to listen to this thing right here called a podcast. Mike's Daily Podcast, as well as audiobooks. Next is Mike's Daily Audiobook. No, I barely have time for this thing. Not gonna happen. Also, you can stream audio from a Bluetooth-enabled smart TV and take calls via a nearby phone. Yes, all of that. Oh yeah, and listen to streaming radio stations, both actual stations that use transmitters, and there are plenty of radio stations that simply send their feed through the internet. Internet-only radio stations. Those can be quite creative if you haven't sucked those out. Have you seeken those out? Maybe you would like to search those out. Featuring active noise cancellation, Bose Quiet Comfort earbuds are even ideal for those who want some peace by blocking out ambient noise. It's perfect for air travel. From its high-fidelity audio to its comfortable design to the colors to choose from, Quiet Comfort earbuds are perfect stocking stuffers. And I don't know. Haven't used them, but that's what they say here in this article from the Costco Connection. While a smartphone camera can be used for most things, a dedicated action cam is a great gift for those who want to capture and share and view their outdoor adventures. These small, rugged, and movable cameras can shoot gorgeous point-of-view footage, or POV, or POV, or however way you want to call it. Whether it's for dirt bike racing, skateboarding, skiing, snorkeling, scuba diving, or any number of activities where your hands are occupied. I would say to you that I'm going to actually seek out a YouTube channel that features people skiing down the runs of Mammoth Mountain, and I'll tell you why. I do not see myself going skiing anytime soon. It's very expensive. It is you have to be very hardcore, very dedicated. You have to have a good vehicle. You got to know how to put chains on. You got to be able to put up with the high prices of ski lifts. And then it's cold and you're stuck on a chairlift and it's ice cold and it's blowing through your veins, the cold wind. So I'd rather see somebody else go through that. GoPro is the leader in this space. They suggest here the GoPro Hero 9 bundle. I don't know. I haven't verified any of these. Apparently it's got a compact case and it comes with a 64 gigabyte micro SD memory card, which is necessary because you're filming a lot of stuff and you're just wasting a lot of memory space. As we go outside a cafe anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth. What to buy the person who has everything, who misplaces everything? There's a Tile Pro tracker that can be clipped onto everyday items such as house keys, wallets, backpacks. If you can't find the item, open the app and tap the name, such as Mary's purse. The water-resistant Tile Pro will then ring loudly up to 400 feet away via Bluetooth and show you the belongings' last known location on a map. If you can't find your phone, you can double press a Tile Pro tracker to make your lost phone ring even if it's set on silent. Wow. In the market for a new laptop, there is the 256 gigabyte MacBook Air. There is the Fitbit Luxe wristband, which focuses on fitness and wellness. Smart displays such as the Google Nest Hub, I was reading about that recently. They are hands-free voice-activated helpers, because we need to become a world like Wall-E, where we're just these big, fat Oompa Loompas, and our voices are all we need is a voice or be able to tap something on a keyboard. The Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 is a stellar companion for whatever phone you own, and the Oculus Quest VR headset lets you dive into virtual reality with immersive experiences to make you feel like you're really there. Another part of our way to the dystopic society in many of those sci-fi movies we saw growing up. That's going to get us there, and Mark Saltzman's going to get us there because he made all those suggestions and he works for Costco. And apparently you can reach him at Mark/Saltzman on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at Mike Talks. I don't need an underscore. Oh yeah, he's got an underscore separating Mark and Saltzman, and he's got a C in his name. And I don't know if any of that's meaningful in any way, but I just thought I'd share it with you because we're outside a cafe anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Look who's here. Hi, Mark. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How ya? y'all doing?
It's a Disgruntled Fiddle Player, tell you what.
What?
I really like that channel on YouTube where they just show birds chirping all the time. It's for cats.
Why, are you a cat?
I might be a cat. I don't know. That's a weird question, tell you what.
What?
I could be a cat.
All right, look who else is here.
Hello, Mike. I make the delicious root beer handsome right now.
Excellent. Yes. I will
drink it right now. I'll cut you.
All right, I'm going to drink some right now. Wow. Thank you. You know, it is going to be so cold tonight here in the Bay Area. Yes, 30s and 20s. So what you're saying, Mike? It's going to be below zero where I am? Okay, fine. Didn't mean to bring it up and rub it in your face, but there you go. So, Christmas parties are fun. I hope you have a good Christmas party somewhere. Have fun with friends somehow. We did this thing. This was the game we played. So if you are thinking of, oh, I am gonna throw a party, I don't know what to do. If you're all sitting around like a big dinner table, you can do this. Everybody brings a gift that's like $10 or less. And you all bring your gift and you sit down. And actually, it's best to jumble up the gifts so no one knows who brought what. And then everybody gets a gift in the beginning, and then you start reading. There's online somewhere the Night Before Christmas poem where they've inserted the word left and right every couple of sentences, and maybe put a couple of rights and a couple of lefts in there. So what ends up happening is you follow whenever you hear left, you pass the present to the left. Whenever you hear the word right, you pass it to the right, and you just follow those instructions throughout the entire poem. And then at the very end of the poem, whatever gift is sitting in your hand is what you get. I got ginger beer. It's kind of like root beer, only it's much more potent.
Are you putting down my root beer?
No, Brewmaster. Just saying you should make some ginger beer.
Yeah, okay, all right, I'll do that, whatever.
So that's your suggestion, and that's the end of the show. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley chime in about anything we covered today. 336mm daily. 3 plus 3 equals 6mm, as in Mike Matthews. Daily, as in what this podcast has been now for maybe 2 days. I don't know. I lost count, but sometimes we get interrupted, but that just happens. But thank you for listening. But bye. Oh wait, what's that, Benita? Bye.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.
And that was episode 2352, 2352, 2352. And you can catch all the past podcasts at mikesdailypodcast.com.